are live.
Good
I do
morning.
not see anyone in the chat yet.
Well, they shall come.
I'm going to type in here and then pin it. But it is all offer up starting at $10. How is the weather where you are? We were at almost 90 the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm. We have been very rainy. So it's actually a nice change. It's so dry here in Colorado that, if you don't have regular precipitation, it does take a toll on all the plants, and there's fire danger and all that situation. So it's actually kind of a nice change here in Colorado to have all of this rain. It's good.
Good morning, Barbie. We're supposed to get a thunderstorm here later today and then possibly rain tomorrow. And then I think we're clear because one of my niece's graduation parties is Saturday. So we need good weather for that. It's supposed to be 72 and sunny. So that seems like it will be perfect.
Time of year when kids start, growing up and graduating.
Mm-hmm. I've only got 2 more because there were 11 of them all together. There's 2 more left. All the other 9 have graduated now. So next year will be Shy's. She's already got her, it's not LPN, it's home health training that she was allowed to do before she even graduates.
Wow.
But she's going to continue. So she'll graduate with something, STNA. She already has her STNA. And then by next year, she'll graduate with something more than the STNA from high school.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's on the path thinking she might want to be a nurse practitioner someday.
Oh,
but
awesome.
Then after that, we only have 1 more. And he was a late in life baby. So he's much younger than everyone else. He's just 11. So it'll be a while before he graduates. Hi, Geneva.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Geneva. How are you today? That's a big mug.
This mug was handmade by my youngest son. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's only half full. Sometimes it's all the way full.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's like a 16-ounce cup. Good morning, Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. I have been so jealous watching your Brimfield videos. I just, and I loved the one where you had the camera out the car door and you could just see all of the tents, one after the other, after the other, after the other. Oh, I just was like, I want to go.
So fun. We're going to do the Lincoln Highway Byway sales again here. And the old Lincoln Highway ran across the state of Ohio. And then, good morning, Michelle. And then over time, it just became country roads in some spots or became main streets through cities. So there's still historic Lincoln Highway Byway signs everywhere. So when you do the garage sale, you can go clear across the state, but it's people's homes. So it's not, it's not like.
Kind of like.
Prices aren't as high.
Yeah.
Like
there was something the Fatbirds did in Kentucky where it was like some sort of mine.
Yes, it's the exact same thing. Yep.
I would love to do that.
Hi, Kathy.
Yeah, Peggy, Thrifty Hippie, she wants to go to Nebraska to do the junk jaunt. Because I think that's the only thing similar in my area that does anything like that. But that would be an adventure.
And my niece said that there's one that runs the opposite way across Ohio, but she didn't send me the info about that one, so we'll have to check that one out too. We got a lot of great stuff at that one last year. Although it was hot. We took a cooler of food. We had those claws that when you wet them and then snap them, they're cold. And we prepared.
Every time you get too hot, just jump in the car, okay, get some air and then jump back out. That's what we used to do at Halloween, because in Colorado, my daughter was growing up. Now it's not the case. Now with climate change, it's been like a normal fall. But my daughter growing up, it would be snowing, freezing cold every Halloween. So we'd have to drive, and you jump out of the car, go to the house, and then come back in to warm up.
My kids did that in sleet one year. Sleet. Ugh.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to, and we always had to figure out, was the costume going to go under their coat or over their coat?
Yeah.
And we were trying to buy the right size.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Halloween's now, they've been fine here.
Yeah.
Haven't had to do that.
I'm so jealous. I'm like, oh, I wish my daughter could have experienced a normal Halloween, because I grew up with, nice weather, and I'm like, this is not a Halloween experience.
Good morning, Angela.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Angela. Who did I miss? Oh, Michelle.
Good morning, Rebecca.
Hello, Rebecca.
If you saw the title, you know that everything we're offering today is going to be an offer up starting at $10. If there's anybody that wants to do my stop in there, we don't need a start. We just need a stop. Let me know. And if you're going to do the stop, please put the item. Since everything's $10, that will eliminate confusion. So if you do see something that you want and we've already stopped on that item, when you type in 10, you'll need to type that item. So there's no confusion whether or not it's the current item we're on, because lag. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So if you do not know my guest, this is Heather of Antique Agenda. All of her info is in the description box below. Her Instagram, her YouTube, and her email, and where she ships from. Good morning, Kim. It's all down there. Thank you, Nikki.
Hi, Kim.
I think Nikki was the first person to say. I've said that before, and then someone else had said it first. Then I felt terrible because I hadn't seen it. So Nikki will be our stop. We don't need to start because it's all offer ups at $10. But if you can just type in, stop, green glass bowl, and then we know we're on to the next thing. That would be fantastic. So I'm going to put Heather up big and let her tell you about herself, her channel, and the very cool show that she does. I've lurked a couple times, but I'm usually falling asleep when you guys are on.
I fall asleep during stuff all the time.
I know I love Becky, but she's on way too late for me. I pop in, give a thumbs up, and then I go to sleep.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a late nighter, so I will try to watch things at night and then falling asleep. But hello, everybody. My name is Heather Elizabeth, and I ship from Colorado using PayPal, pirate ship, all of the things. My channel is Antique Agenda, and my videos are mostly antiquing and just enjoying shopping for old things. I kind of combine just shop-alongs with also sometimes I will talk about items that I buy for my Etsy shop for resale. So, and then I did just start a really fun talk show with Angela, VOA.Quest 1910. And we do that on Monday nights at, let's see, it's 9 Eastern, right? Right, Angela? Well, it's 7 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock Mountain. And it is called Brocante and Bergamot, and it is a show celebrating antiques. It celebrates all of the things that most of us love to do, which is collecting, decorating with antiques. We do recommendations for either period or vintage related movies, books. We recommend YouTube channels, all sorts of things. And then sometimes we do touch on history, which I did attempt to talk a little bit about Murano glass on Angela's channel on Monday. And then this upcoming Monday, Angela's going to talk about the blue willow pattern. So if you like talking antiques and vintage and hanging out with two gals who love period pieces, then we're your gals.
I love it. I think it's a great idea. I love learning about stuff, so it's right up my alley.
Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely fun.
All right, I'm not going to be mean and make you go first. I will go
Okay.
first. Okay, so like I said, everything today is going to start at $10. We aren't going to go super long. So if there's no interest, we'll move on, but we can always come back to someone. Yeah, Michelle, you're going to have to catch it. They're just great. And I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something else. Oh, we'll just do one item each. We'll bounce back and forth. So my first item is a candle wick relish dish. No chips, no cracks. All of the balls are in very good shape. I love this little dish. My mom likes candle wick, so if nobody's interested, she might end up with another piece of it. And you know, my mom is the clear glass queen.
I love
clear glass. All.
Yeah, I'm definitely a clear glass fan myself.
So it is 8 inches by 5, 8 by 5, and it is a beautiful piece. If you like the candle wick, I just think it's fun. And divided. So hopefully you can see that. And if there's no interest, we can move on. We don't have a lot of people here this morning, and I'm wondering if everybody's just outside getting all of their outside chores done.
Possibly. Michelle says she has a friend who collected the candle wick pattern.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
It's very collectible. Okay, so I am starting out with a piece of jewelry. It's a vintage brooch, and it is rather large. It is, what was it, a little over 2
Good morning, Sean.
So we got 2 inches in diameter. It is signed by Capri. If I can maneuver this close enough, you might be able to see it. But you can kind of see this little spot right here. That's where the hallmark is at. Well, I can't really get it up close. But oh wait, I'm doing it.
There you go.
How I know it's comedic, me trying to figure out this StreamYard. There we go. You can kind of see it, Capri. But it's just a really pretty statement vintage brooch with the little turquoise and faux turquoise, faux pearl. This is a very costume piece, just a fun, large one. You know, you can see it's pretty big. But if anybody's interested in this vintage brooch, starting at $10.
That is so pretty. And like I always say, it would look fantastic on a jean jacket.
Yeah, I love brooches, even if I don't.
Nikki put it in there at the same time I said it.
Jean jacket.
Yeah.
Call it jean jacket for you.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, there you go. So that's my first piece. Whoop. All right, and then I think we should hand it off to you.
And if you are watching on the replay, you can absolutely email us to see if something is still available. My next one is anchor hocking. And it's got these little feet. We all love a good footed bowl. This is the green that I collected for years and years and
I love
years.
that green. That's the best. I love that green. It works for, I love it for Halloween. I love it for Christmas.
So anchor hocking footed dish. Everything's an offer up starting at $10 this morning. So 6 1/4 inches across. And I looked up the pattern. Now I don't remember what the pattern was. I mean, I don't remember what anchor hocking called it. It just looks like a hobnail to me, but I'm sure Anchor Hocking had a very specific name for it. And I know a lot of people only like this green at Christmas, but my mom had given my brother an Anchor Hocking punch bowl in this green. And so I begged him until he gave it to me. And that was the beginning of my collecting the Anchor Hocking green. And I used it year round. Right now it's sitting in a cabinet with marbles in it.
Yeah. Green is definitely one of my favorites to set tables with. And I love green.
Green is the color I have in every single room of my apartment. It ties it ties everything together.
Yes.
Because I had to go with green in my bathroom because I've got the avocado tub, the original from 1976 when this building was built. I still have the original avocado. At least the toilet's been replaced and it's not still avocado green, but I have green in there. So green is the color that ties my whole apartment together. All right, and we are going to move on over to Heather. Thank you guys for being here. And if I missed seeing you in the chat, hello and good morning.
Yes, yes. I'm so excited to be here with everybody. So my next offer is a lot of kitchen things. So we have 4 of these trivets. So
the colors on that are fantastic.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these two kind of go together. You can tell.
Oh, I love those.
Got 4 of these, but that's not all.
Good morning, Mary.
I am also adding 2 awesome flour sack towels that have been embroidered with anthropomorphic veggies.
Look at that. All of this starting at $10. That's fantastic.
This is a lot for $10. I know. I love these guys. So we've got a vegetable polka. Yes. With the pepper and looks like a tomato having a dance. And then we have a turnip, I think. Or no, radish and a carrot. And they're doing the waltz.
The garden waltz.
Yeah. So we've
got Michelle in at 10. And good morning, Leslie.
There we go. See, I'm talking Michelle's language here.
And you're shipped from Colorado, right?
Yes. I ship from Colorado.
And I ship from Ohio, if anybody needs to know that. Did you see, did I share that on my Instagram? There was someone I follow on TikTok who had done an entire wall with those trivets.
Angela, go ahead.
Oh my goodness. It was amazing. It was amazing.
I was just going to say, Angela shared a photo when we were celebrating collections that did that over an archway, a doorway, and it was amazing. It looked like a mosaic, like almost like a Moroccan.
And when
mosaic.
you're standing back, you didn't even know what it was until you got up a little closer, and you're like, "Wait a second, that's fantastic!" But her whole house is decorated like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure these are super clean. I don't think they
I tell you what, if I came across the dish towels like that, they would not leave my house. Good morning, Sue.
So
we are doing all offer up starting at $10 this morning.
This is the back, so you can see all the stitches here. Now I unfolded it.
I have some pieces that my grandma did that were little kid scenes that my mom put on rompers for me when I was a baby. And so I'm going to get those framed at some point in time and get them hung. We've got Angela at 13 now.
Okay. So I'm not good at gauging when the countdown should start, but I am happy to start counting down. Or did you going once or do you count down?
I count down from 10.
10. Okay, let's go for it. Let's count down.
Michelle, I've never polka'd ever.
Okay, starting at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
And stop.
Stop.
And we'll wait and see when Nikki's stop comes in. Oh, no, Michelle, right after the stop.
I'm sorry, Michelle. But congratulations, Angela. You get all the trivets and the towels.
I'm going to refresh just a minute. Yeah, Michelle was after. That was nice, ladies, duking it out.
Yeah, I'm glad
So
you guys
Angela
liked
wins
that
that
one.
at 15.
Okay.
And I don't think I have anything as good as that today. That was awesome. Okay, so what I do have are these two. And it's funny that Skunky Junk Sean is here because I think I may have purchased one or both of these off of him. I think this one. But this is the Black Cats. I used this in my Halloween decorations. It still has a lot of the needles in it. So it's got the same graphic on the front and the back.
That's adorable.
And then I love the graphics on here.
Oh, that's really cute.
So
And I love those
both,
buttons.
offer up starting at $10.
I've started a thing where I like the mother of pearl buttons. I don't know why, but
yeah.
now every time I'm at an estate sale, like, oh, gotta look for the buttons.
I have buttons in jars in my living room, and some were my grandmother's and great grandmother's, and some were my mom's. And I don't even sew. I'm not
Not
a sewer.
sewing. It's about filling jars and things with them. It's exactly what it's about.
And displaying them.
Yeah.
And some of them, like I even remember being on my grandpa's coat when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So both pieces, $10 start up. I just love this one. All the needles. All right, and if there's no interest, then we can move on back to Heather.
Okay. Right. So my next offer is I paired two brass items to be tortoise in the hair, but I've got a little brass bunny and a little turtle clip. So I thought it could be kind of cute, like on a desk, if you had like a library desk or something like that, and have a little tortoise in the hair theme. But I thought they'd be kind of cute as a little lot for 10. So,
do you know, of all the brass things I've ever seen, I've never seen a bunny. I love the bunny.
Oh, really? Yeah, and I did measure this. I should probably.
And he's in the shape that like Easter bunnies, the chocolate Easter bunnies come in.
The rabbit is 4.5 inches tall, and the tortoise is 4 inches long.
Good morning, Peggy.
So yeah, if you have someone in business or works at the desk all day and wants to be reminded of the tortoise in the hair. So that's my lot. $10. Hair tortoise. Hey, Peggy, Peggy's here.
I've never seen that clip before.
Yeah, I think these were pretty popular in like the 80s. Brass was really big. I mean, India and Korea were pumping out some really awesome, heavy, solid brass decorative items. And I have found clips in the horse before. Sometimes you can find the hand, like the more Victorian style hand. But
Oh, that would be fun. A hand clip? Oh,
Yeah.
now I'm on the lookout for one.
Yeah, you can find them. But yeah, so they're just like decorative, I think, office style.
I had a small brass collection in the 90s, in the mid 90s, but mine was more the urns and the vases and I didn't collect the figural pieces.
Well,
And of course, then once I got married, I just donated them.
Well, they were making really good, solid brass pieces at that time. So, I mean, you can find some really nice ones.
Oh, nice, Michelle. An eagle clip.
Oh, an eagle clip.
I've just never seen the clips. I'm going to be on the hunt for those now.
Yeah.
All right. We will keep it moving. My next item I have had up before, and it is one of the smallest sewing baskets that I've ever gotten, but chock full of sewing notions in there. And the satin is in really good condition on the inside. The handle still works. The clip still works. It's a tad wonky, and I'm not sure if it was made that way or if it was squashed in between something over time. It was made in Japan. It says right there. Made in Japan. So this one is 8 inches by 5 inches. 8 by 5. That's funny because it's the same, almost the same dimensions as the candle wick. Little sewing basket. And if you just come in, thank you for joining us this morning. We are doing all offer ups starting at $10 this morning. And if you have not met Heather before, she is Antique Agendas. She is on YouTube and Instagram, and I linked those down below. The colors on this are nice too, this green and cream. Oh, did you, Leslie? That's awesome. Was it full? I love it when they're full of stuff. I have picked them up empty before, but my favorite's when they're full of sewing notions.
I hadn't actually realized how popular sewing items were, and I've had an Etsy shop for a very long time. But I think watching some of the YouTubers where I've realized, I mean, everything, even those little tomatoes that I thought, oh, that's so common. No, people want those little tomato pincushions. So
they're so nostalgic because everybody's grandmother or mom had one.
Yeah.
And they're special. Like I swear, it's just the nostalgia. Hi, Cheryl. How are you today?
Is Cheryl CRR?
Yes.
Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Leslie.
And we will keep it moving.
Okay. All right. So my next section, we are doing a little lot of vanity mirrors. I thought they'd be, well, boy, we're going to have, I've never done a mirror before. Now I'm seeing ring light issues. Oh, boy.
Cheryl, were you wanting the sewing basket or are you wanting the mirrors?
Probably the basket. See, Kim's mom had a tomato pincushion.
Yeah, I know my grandma did. Absolutely. Okay. Awesome, Cheryl. I've got you down for that. I appreciate it.
All right. So I paired some vanity mirrors for basically if you wanted to do a gallery wall. I thought these would be fun together on the wall. One is two-sided where it is a normal mirror and then a magnified, holy cow, magnified mirror. And then the other one is mirror on one side and then kind of a silver on the back. So really fun, decorative handles. Very nice for bathrooms if you want to do a little mirror gallery in your bathroom, or even if you have like a walk-in closet. It can, it just adds that fun touch. I haven't done a feature on doing a wall of these on our morning show yet, but I do plan on looking for a good photo of where these all together can really make a fun wall vignette. So $10 if anybody is interested in the like 1950s, a little bit Hollywood Regency.
Yeah, Kim says the handles on those are gorgeous, and they are.
Whoops, there we go. There's the other handle.
I have a set from the 50s that sits on my dresser in my bedroom.
Oops. Yeah, so there we go. All right. I'm going to swing it to you, Claudia.
All right. And I see a few more people have joined us. Everything that we are offering today is starting. Oh, you've got Angela at 10.
Angela, you're going to end up with a big box, Angela, if you're not careful.
So we are doing everything today at offer up starting at 10. You've got Sean at 11. So I'm going to bring you back.
All right. Okay. So 2 folks interested. Skunky Junk. Hi, Sean. Okay. So let's just start counting down.
Good morning, other Sean. We've got 2 Seans in here this morning.
Oh, okay. Hello. I'm going to start counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, whoops, and 1.
And stop. So we will look for the stop. And I think our lag has gotten worse as we got more people in here. So we will spend a little more time on each item.
Okay. I will keep that in mind.
So it looks like it was Angela at 12. Am I seeing that correctly? Yep.
That's how it looks.
Vicki says sold to Angela for 12. Awesome. Okay. So my next item is a set of, let me take that off. A set of 4, offer up starting at $10. And I think it's interesting how when you stack the colored glass together, the color becomes so much more saturated versus when you're just looking at one piece.
I know.
But these are, and I'll show you in my book, these are Federal glass. They called them Sharon, but over time, Cabbage Rose became what everybody called this pattern from, is that 1935? 1935 to 1939, this was produced. Here's the whole set of it.
Look at that.
They called it amber, but you know, I collect amber glass and I would definitely call this yellow, not amber, because this is how light they are when you're looking at one. I love the rose pattern on here. It is my Cabbage Rose is my favorite pattern, but I never find it in the colors that I collect. Good morning, Jazdia. And if I missed you coming in, hello, good morning. Thank you for being here. So, Cabbage Rose, set of 4 bowls. They're this size. So they're a little bit bigger than a berry bowl, but definitely smaller than what we would call a cereal bowl. So, if you're on a diet, this is a perfect ice cream bowl for you. This is not a Daniel ice cream bowl. It is just not.
I could probably put a lot of ice cream in there.
So set of 4 Federal glass. Now these were reproduced. They feel like these are depression glass, but you know, I can't be 100% certain since a lot of the depression glass was reproduced in the 60s into the early 70s when it had a little revival. But to me, because, you know, I collect uranium glass, these do feel like depression glass, but I can't guarantee it. So all 4 offer up starting at $10. And if there is no interest, man, if these had been pink or green, they would have gone right into my cupboard. We all know my kitchen is pink and green. You met Becky. Oh, Jessie, how awesome. I love her. All right, we're going to move back over to Heather.
I got to meet Becky when Jen came over to visit. So that was
really I love seeing those pictures of everybody getting together. Have fun.
Yes, it was very, very nice. All right, you guys. The next item that I am offering is a Cuisinart bowl. It is brown with pink cherry blossoms on there, and you've got a little butterfly. This
That's
is
pretty.
7 inches in diameter. It does wrap around the side as well.
Oh,
Brass
I like the
is in good
flower.
shape, no, dents or anything. We've got the turquoise enamel on the bottom. And it's just a really pretty bowl.
We've
If
got
you like
Angela at 10.
Angela and I have the same tastes. We keep swapping items. But so, yes, Cuisinart bowl. It's in good shape. So it's a good one.
That one. I don't think I've ever seen brown as the background before. The pink
Yeah,
and the brown. I love pink and brown together.
I love
When my
brown.
daughter was a teenager, it became really popular, and I was like, yes.
I remember I don't know if you remember, I think it was 86, but the mint green and peach seemed to be everywhere in the stores, and I decided I had to have a peach bedroom. So I everything was peach. It was too much. I didn't know it at the time, but the walls, the bedspread, all the pillows.
Oh,
It was
good morning,
everywhere.
Karen. I'm so glad she loved it. That was a fun one.
Okay. I'm going to count down from 10, 9, whoops, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
And we will wait for the stop, but unless someone pops in there last minute, that will be that will be going to Angela 410. My grandma moved out of her house that had been built. My grandpa built it in the 1950s, and it had never been updated. So when I went over there as a kid, it was still 1950s, a little early 60s decor, but it had never been changed. Well, he died, and then she moved in the 80s, and everything was peach in her new place. And I hated it so much. Hated it. Okay, so next item, I actually have 2 of these. They are going to start at $10. So if you do not have a fairy lamp yet, this is your chance to get one. So it's choice. They're both exactly the same. They do have some small chippy chips, where they are picked up and put back together. That's the point where they tend to chip, but no cracks in them and no chips anywhere else. Just some minor chipping on the points of them. They are identical, and these are not marked Homeco. So usually Homeco is right there in the center and the bottom. So I'm not sure which company did these. And, I recently found out that most of the Homeco fairy lamps were made by Indiana Glass. They were marked Homeco, but they were made by Indiana Glass. I'm not sure who made these, but I've got 2 of them. And you have choice. Oh, I can't pick them both up at the same time. So if you do not have a fairy lamp yet, this is your chance. I absolutely love these. Now, all of my fairy lamps are amber because I do collect amber glass, and I think amber gives the warmest light. But these are my second favorite because we've got Shannon. When you put a real candle in this and it flickers, the cubist, it just throws the light all over. It's so, so pretty. That would be pretty, Jazzy, a beach theme. Yep.
Oh, I love coral.
As risers, absolutely. And I find the bottoms to these all the time. At one point, I was going to make a cereal bowl collection of them. I was going to put 4 together and be super fancy. I ice cream bowls.
That's
made
not a
out of
bad
corn
idea.
meals.
I like that idea.
Yeah, because the tops break more often than the bottoms because the top is the piece that you're picking up and dropping.
Yeah.
So I kept finding the bottoms and not the tops. And I was like, I'm going to make bowls out of these. I'm going to make a set of 4. And then I didn't get 4.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're perfect for outdoor patios and things, you know, to protect from the wind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're fantastic.
Yep. And 'tis the season to be outside enjoying the nice weather before it's hotter than Hades and nobody can be outside. All right. I just see Sean interested. So I'm going to go ahead and count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Yeah, these are a nice size. And did you want one, Sean, or do you want both of them? Oh. Set it down without breaking anything. And I will move back over to Heather while Sean lets me know.
Okay. This next one, I know it's big, so I know shipping is going to be a lot, but I still wanted to bring it to the sale because $10 is, I think, a really nice price for this. But this is 11 inches in diameter, so it's going to need a pretty big box. But it is a silver crest ruffle bowl.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Really nice shape. You know, great for pretty much any holiday. So
yeah, you set that right in the center of your table and you can switch out decorations for every season.
Yeah. So very versatile, you know, very fun and frilly with the ruffle design. And we have a Jazzia in at $10. And this, like I said, this is 11 inches. So the box will need to be bigger. So just keep that in mind with shipping.
That's a fantastic price for Silver Crest. Got
Yeah,
Geneva
that's what I
jumping to 13.
You know? I don't know. Get close, but you can see.
Jazzia back in at 15.
Okay.
Yeah, this
I want to
is
start
gorgeous.
counting down because I don't think this should go too high, just because I know shipping is going to be a lot. So I'm going to start counting down.
That at 20.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop.
Awesome, Sean. I've got you down for both. Thank you very much.
I don't see the stop. There we go. I see stop.
All right. And on my screen.
Geneva.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
She came in at 16
confirms.
and Nikki confirms. Awesome.
Congratulations, Geneva. You get to bring her home.
That was a fantastic get, you guys. So if you've joined us and you haven't been here since the beginning, everything we are offering today is at a $10 offer up price. And we will do a recap at the end if you want to stick around for that. So my next item is this little aluminum serving tray. I love these. My grandmother had these and she would put them out at Christmas with fudge on them. Love, love, love them.
Christmas fudge.
So this one does not say who the maker was. So I don't know who made this one. I've had Chromex ones before, but Chromex always marked theirs to the best of my knowledge. So it's got this really pretty pattern. And it's a smaller one.
Bye, Jazzia.
And Divinity. Bye, Jazzia. Have fun. Safe travels. So 7.5 inches across. So it's a smaller one. But my grandma would also make Divinity. So Divinity and fudge at Christmas. I made
Oh,
divinity one year and it was so easy, but nobody else liked it, so I ate it all. So
oh,
I
I
gotta not make it.
I grew up with C's Candies. It's really big in California, and they make a divinity puff, and I recommend if you're ever at a C's, get the divinity
Ooh,
puff.
that sounds wonderful. I love all the little detail on the handle here.
Skunky Junk
On
is
in it this one. I am. Hello, Gypsy Moon.
Hi, Gypsy Moon.
Yeah, we got her. Gypsy Moon, we got your road memories for that last item. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. I love this one. Okay. And that is going to Skunk Junk. My buddy. Okay. Here, back to Heather.
Okay. So this is just going to be a fun kind of crafter's bag for people who like to craft with jewelry is what this is. My vision was kind of like to add a lot of things. So like if people wanted to make one of those vintage Christmas trees, they might be able to get that out of here. But there is a lot going on. You got clip earrings, you've got some necklaces. Some of them, the clasps don't work. Some of them are just fine. In this little cute little star here, this is this is a signed Weiss brooch. It just is missing one little teeny tiny stone, but I thought it'd be awfully cute at the top of one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Those trees that people make with jewelry. So I thought this could be a fun lot. If there's any crafters here today, I know it's
Yeah, $10. That's
a
fantastic price for that bag.
But just a lot of goodies to.
I think I have those earrings that are in the bottom.
So yeah, I just thought I'd put this together. It's definitely worth $10. So
can you hold it up close and then leave it there?
Oh, sure. You know what? I could just take it out. This bird brooch is in perfectly fine condition. There's nothing wrong with her. You can see her.
We've got Cheryl at 10. This is an amazing price, guys.
There's a necklace in there.
Yeah, I definitely have those earrings at the very bottom. I wear them.
This bracelet works. There's a really cool. Now, let me just take some. I'll just take some of them out. I don't need to. I'll just show you some of the things in here. What am I doing? But what was I gonna? This one is a really fun one. It just is missing like a clasp. But I thought if someone wanted to take it apart, but it doesn't have a way to connect them. You know what I mean? Like it's so cute, but there's no way to connect it.
Yeah, if you were making one of those trees, that would be really pretty as garland and going across the tree.
Mm-hmm. I got a little pen brooch in there. A lot of little like clip earrings. Just trying to think if there's. Here we go. There's the little. And I thought this one was fun too. This is just a little necklace. So, and this one's fine. There's nothing wrong with this one. So, like I said, some pieces have some issues. Some are just fine. So that's a cute little one. So I figured it's worth $10 and I'm going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, this is a ring right there. Ooh, that's a ring. All right. Stop.
And there's the stock. Goes to Cheryl. Cheryl, make sure you send your
Congratulations, Cheryl.
info.
Yes, definitely send me.
Heather's email is in the description box below. That was I tell you what, if I had been in the chat, I'd have been bidding on that one. Okay, so my next item is an Indiana glass frog votive.
Oh,
And I had, because these I don't know when they came out, but I remember them being very popular in the 90s. And they probably came out in the late 80s because I think I was selling them from Kmart when I was 16 working at Kmart.
Really?
But this one came from Ben Franklin. There's a partial Ben Franklin tag on there. And our Ben Franklin closed either in the late 80s or early. I loved Ben Franklin when I was a kid. They just had so much cool stuff jammed in there to look at.
Really? So what would you compare a Ben Franklin to? Was it like a Kohl's or?
No, Ben Franklin was like Kmart's, but older than Kmart. And the original Ben Franklins, and ours still had it, had a soda counter, a diner type thing inside the Ben Franklin.
Like a Woolworths kind of? Or
yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Absolutely.
Neat. Very cool.
So I love how his hands are crossed in the front.
I love him.
So Indiana glass. He's vintage, but not as vintage as I'm usually selling, but he was so fun. I had to pick him up. Starting at $10. And I owned the cat because I was a cat person even back then. Yes, they had the penny candy and the cool junk. Michelle is right.
Cool junk. Awesome.
Yeah, it was so sad when ours closed. Now, when I was a kid and we lived on the farm, we lived outside of this tiny little, it wasn't even a town, tiny little like village. They had an old-fashioned country store. Oh. And you bought your material, your boots, anything you needed on the farm, you bought there. And they had the whole rack of the penny candy.
Oh my gosh.
That was awesome. And now if there still exist, they're like historical sites now. But it used to be that was how you bought all of your goods. And if there's no interest on Mr. Froggy, we can move on. I just love him. Of course, you may bid. We don't require that you pre-register. Just require that immediately after the sale, you do send your real name, your YouTube name, your mailing address, and your PayPal email to my email below. So $10. And hello, Jude Direct. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Michelle. Well, at the little general store that we went to, they were actually the candy. They had lids on them, and they faced the back counter, so we couldn't open them. And then the guy would reach in and get them and put them in the little paper bags. So they had lids, and nobody had access to them except the guy behind the counter. All right. Thank you very much, Jude Direct. You have got that for $10.
All right. So my next item or items is a pair of candlestick holders, pink depression glass. I don't know this pattern. Claudia, you might know. It has a little flower kind of on there, but they're pretty. So I don't know.
Oops. What does that flower look like? Does it look like a rose?
It looks more like when you're a kid and you just put like a circle.
Oh yeah.
A circle and then other circles all around it.
Like a daisy.
Like, yeah, like a daisy, I guess. A little posy of some kind, but they're in nice shape. No real issues. Looks like there's still a little bit of wax on the inside from the previous owner, but they're fairly clean. But they're in good shape. So if anybody collects pink depression or just loves pink and needs a nice little sweet pair of candlestick holders, they're nice and clear here on the bottom. Oops. So starting at 10, pink depression candlestick holders with some sort of little flower design on the top.
Yeah, if I had more time, I could probably go through my books and figure out which pattern it was.
I tried to Google Lens it, but I couldn't find it that way. I don't know if it just wasn't a good photo or not, but I love how the glass, Depression era glass, it's so clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so good compared to if you're just getting regular glass now. But there you go. If anybody is interested, let me know in the chat. And I'm gonna swing it back, I think.
Okay, so my next piece
I'm gonna put it there.
is a mayonnaise ladle, and it is glass. So it's going to start at $10. And these can be hard to find. If it had been green, it would have gone right into my cabinet, but it's the clear. It has had some yellowing over time. It's not as clear as I'm sure it was when it was first made, but little mayo ladle. So if you need one to complete a collection, it is almost 5.5 inches long. So it's got that wide scoop at the bottom. We've talked about it before about how, bye Michelle, have a great day.
Bye,
about
Michelle.
How people must have really, really liked mayo because they had specific dishes and ladles for mayo.
Yeah.
So little glass.
I think, didn't they use it more as a dressing for a lot of different things? Like it had a different consistency, which is why they had the spoon, or it was more of like.
Yeah. And of course you made it at home.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you bought it from the store. You made your mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're always missing from things, which is why I picked this one up. I have a uranium glass mayo bowl, and someday I will find a uranium glass mayo ladle for it. But if there is no interest, we can move on. And if you're watching on the replay, you can always email me to see if something is still available. The other thing that I always pick up is the little tiny spoons for the salt dips. I always pick those up too if I see them. All right, we are back to Heather.
Okay. So this next one is another kind of, it's meant for someone who's crafty, because I'm starting with, it's a Santa head. And I found these together at an estate sale. It's one of those plastic faces on a styrofoam ball. It must have been on something at one point in its life because it does have the hole there. But I did like him because of his fun, more elfish cone, tall, pointy hat. And he has the little wraparound mittens. So I thought, for anybody who likes that Amy's Rock Pop Shop gal cone dolls, I thought this could be fun for someone who maybe wants to make, a cone Santa where you kind of already have most of the parts. I've got a candy cane he can hold, new and package that's vintage. And then I've also got some fabric. So all you need is like the styrofoam cone. But I got some fun vintage fabric. So for anybody who this might be their kind of thing, I thought that could be a fun little lot to offer, and you'd have plenty of time.
Can you hold his face up
Yes.
closer?
Yes, and this is
I
definitely
love vintage
a homemade
Santas.
guy.
Oh my goodness, look at him. He's fantastic.
But it's just the face. So like you can see if I lift this up, it's got the little cone ball back there. So someone just handmade this little guy. I don't know. You could always, I guess, redo the hat if you didn't like the hat. But so it's kind of parts.
Yeah, that would
Parts
make
for
a great cone Santa.
Yeah, parts for a vintage retro doll. So for the right person, this might be a good little package. So I thought I'd throw it out there as an idea. And here's his little wraparound arms. Now I think back in the day they used to put these things on like soap bottles and other items where they would make dolls out of old dishwashing soap things and all sorts of craft ideas they used to have. But and I'll give you a closer look at the candy cane. So anybody's interested in the vintage Christmas, could be a cone doll if you're crafty.
I think that's a great set.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you got to see it really close up, but the fabric is cute. So I thought, well, it's all the parts. If you want to put it all together, you might be able to make a cool little doll. So that's it.
All right, we'll move back to me. Now, I have something interesting. I came across some unset citrines, and I checked these with our local family-owned jewelry store, and they are in fact citrine. So this one is 5 millimeters by 7 millimeters, and it's the square cut. And he's like, "Are you sure you just don't want me to set this into jewelry for you?" But I don't even wear citrine. That's not one of my colors. So I will be bringing them to you over the next few sales. But this one, offer up starting at $10. And he said they were very well cut and the clarity was nice on them. Some of them have darker colors than others, but there's no way to, they're just citrine. If you do jewelry, but 5 millimeters by 7 millimeters would give you a really like gorgeous ring in this square cut. So let me see if I can show you the size. No new project pan.
I understand.
So citrine, and I have tiny heart-shaped ones, and then I have some bigger ones and two that are a very unusual cut, which would probably look great in earrings. So I know it's a very specific thing, but I thought I would bring them to you guys since I'm not currently listing anywhere, but eventually I'll be listing somewhere and I can list these kinds of things. But citrine, 5 millimeters by 7 millimeters, the square cut. That was my item.
Okay. I am bringing you a sweet little glass bird. It has kind of that rainbow opalescent finish.
Yeah, that's coming across. That's nice.
It's not signed. This isn't one of those happiness guys. It's polished on the bottom, a little rough in spots, but it's still sweet. There's a little bubble right there. Other than that, it's fairly clean is the way I would describe it. But it's a sweet little guy.
Is the bottom polished?
Yeah,
we love a polished bottom.
Yeah, you can see straight through to the top of the head in there. And I did, if I find my notes, I did measure him. I guess I could do it again if I can't. Bird. He's 3 inches tall and 4¼ inches long. So if anybody is interested in the clear glass,
You've got Geneva in at 10.
perfect.
I really like this one.
Yeah, he's cute.
One of my nieces loves anything that has that iridescence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see in the tail. Pretty clean. Here, I'll just do this and count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. I am still not that great at holding things up centered here in StreamYard.
I do fine until I film a video. And then when I have to go back to StreamYard, then I'm all screwed up again. All right, there's the stop, and there's Nikki confirming that that is sold to Geneva. Dirt Road Memories. Thank you.
Put these babies together for you. Thank you so much.
Okay, my next item, I have brought to at least one sale before. It didn't sell. This is Early American Pattern Glass, and I could not figure out what its purpose originally was, because it's got these gorgeous curved sides. It's got a slight curve here. It does have that ghostly green glow under a black light when it's pitch black. And, you know, it is over 100 years old. It has a small chippy chip right here where my finger is, but the points are not chipped. So this is all really good. So it's just the very bottom has a little doink on it, but the rest of it's really, really good. And it is 8 inches long. It is 4 inches across. So just a beautiful example of early American pattern glass. Offer up starting at $10. And this part is smooth on the inside. This is where you can feel the pattern on the underside. And we are going to move on back to Heather.
Okay. I've got a piece of jewelry. It is a pendant. It is sterling silver with the, I don't say that great, dichroic glass.
I'm wearing dichroic glass on my earrings today.
But it's really a pretty pattern with the blues. Very, you know, ocean blue kind of colors. And it has a fun little cutout design here in the bail. And it's has this kind of flattened border edge with a hammered touch. And I'll turn it so you can see. Here, can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So it's signed, and then it says sterling down here. It says, whoa, stamp. It's kind of at an angle there. That's stamped sterling.
We've got Geneva in at 10 on that. And Peggy says it has a butterfly wing look. It does. Very pretty.
Oh, yeah, it kind of does. I measured these, and then I don't look at my notes so that I can give you the information. So we've got pendant. Pendant is 1 3/4 inches long. There we go. So it's
so
pretty
pretty.
compared to the profile, so you can see that. Okay. All right. Since we have Geneva interested, I'm going to go ahead and count down from 10.
Yeah. Investments and Vintage at 11. And hello, Investments and Vintage. And hello, Tammy Renee.
Hi,
Good morning. Good morning.
So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop. Let's see who we got.
Wow, StreamYard is being much slower than. Okay, so Geneva came in right before the stop at 12. I'm sorry, Vestments and Vintage.
Oh, maybe I counted too fast. But Geneva, congratulations. This will go in your box. All sorts of goodies.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
this
you.
is my last item. And then Heather will do her last item. And then we will do a recap of items from the beginning that you may have missed. So everything's an offer up starting at 10. And for the pair of these, you get both. And these are the Protect Our Songbirds, made in England, especially for National Wildlife Federation, Washington, D.C., by Bristol Pottery in England. So this is the red-winged blackbird, and this is the pine grosbeak. And they're just little trinket dishes. So 5¼ inches across, and they have gorgeous, gorgeous crazing on them. If you can see the crazing in there. So super pretty. And $10 offer up for the pair of them. Here's the back. Made in England. No chips, no cracks. They just have the crazing throughout them. And I would switch them out and have this one out during spring and summer, and this one during fall and winter.
Yeah, I really like that one with the little pine cones. Very Colorado.
And that is my last item, and we will move back to Heather. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today.
Definitely. Okay, guys, my last item is a Fenton ruffle compote in the Persian medallion pattern in a really pretty, I call it sky blue, but I don't know if there's another name people usually like to use for this color blue. There is some, like a little bit of variation where you can see like a little bit of swirly white in there, but it's mostly just this color blue. And we got it's smooth, but like a little bit of surface. If you can kind of see a little bit of like surface wear that you can see with your eye, but it still feels pretty nice, I don't know what else to say about Persian medallion, but it's 7 inches tall.
It's just stunning.
And I can never find signatures. I don't see a Fenton signature, but I'm pretty sure Fenton is the only one who made this Persian medallion, right? So
to the best of my knowledge, that's Fenton. But that would make it what, Fenton before 1970?
Right. That's what I'm assuming. And this did come from an estate home. So I'm assuming this was probably from the 50s or 60s. So 7 inches tall. Oh. She's pretty. Should we count down?
Yep. And we've got
Geneva sure does like her glass.
Geneva's going to have a big box.
Okay. So I'm going to count down, but I'll count down slower this time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Oh, Kathy Kitty Cat says this is considered aqua.
Rebecca got in there right before the stop.
Holy cow! We have a snipe.
Congratulations, Rebecca.
Okay, Rebecca, this will go to you. Sorry, Geneva.
Okay, and I'm going to do a recap of just items from the beginning. I won't show you things that you've probably already seen. So very first thing we had was the Candlewick relish dish. No chips, no cracks, in pretty good condition. It's divided. And it's this size. That was an offer up starting at $10. So if you want this, you can type in $10 Candlewick. $10 Candlewick on that. We had the green Anchor Hocking footed dish. We love a good footed dish. This one's this size. And you can type in green, $10. If you wanted that one. Had the best made needles with a lot of the needles still in here. I had used this in my Halloween display because of the cats on it. And then the romper set with these super cute graphics and a lot of the buttons still there. That was $10, and you could type in sewing if you wanted to claim that for $10. And then I had the Federal Glass Sharon, or Cabbage Rose as it came to be known, bowls that are in pretty good condition. They call this color amber, but I think it's very yellow. And all four of those, $10, and you can type in roses. And that was all of my items from the beginning.
Okay. So I started with this vintage signed Capri brooch, gold tone, little faux turquoise and pearl beads, and kind of this basket design. The stamp is right up in there, Capri, kind of, maybe. I can't read it, but it says Capri. And then the, what do you call it? The pin part does stick out a little bit, so you do have to be careful. There it is. So it's kind of sharp up here where it sticks out a little bit past that rollover clasp.
Which means it's older.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing 50s-ish. And it's a little over 2 inches. So she's a big one. So that was my first item that did not sell. And then I had the little kind of office library desk set of tortoise and hare in brass, a little rabbit and a turtle, large paper clip here. So I had that. And then I think the Santa. Did I miss? Or I think the pink depression glass didn't sell either. So we got Santa head, a potential cone doll situation, fabric, candy cane, head, mittens.
All right, got Jude Direct for the rabbit and tortoise.
Oh, okay, Jude.
I'm so glad someone got that. I love that.
Let me write you down, and definitely send me all of your information and double check your addresses when you're typing in the address, just so I.
And Heather's email is in the description box below, as is her YouTube channel and her Instagram. So you could go and follow. And if you haven't subscribed to me, please subscribe and consider hitting that thumbs up button. It helps me with the algorithm.
And then I don't have a person down for the depression candlesticks, so these were
so
the last item that did not sell. If anybody
Hi,
wants
Chris.
mention info, I can give it to you. But really pretty, clean pink candlesticks for holiday or every day.
Okay, let me change the layout and you can tell people about your channel and your show with Angela. I absolutely love that.
Okay. All right, sure. My YouTube channel is Antique Agenda, and I do a lot of videos where I take you out antiquing with me. A lot of my videos are have a kind of like a series title called Music and Antiquing, and that's just because I do a lot of my touring coordinated to nice music. I also sometimes just do hauls and other things where if I went to an estate sale and had a lot of good items, I'll share a haul with you. I do a couple times I've gone into estate sales. That's a hard thing to bring people with you because either I really want to concentrate on getting things and then I take the camera in, and then one time I bought something and for some reason when you're holding the camera, you just miss things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, dang it, it's damaged. So, but I'm getting better at trying to do both. And I have started a fun, relaxing live chat show with Angela, voa.quest1910. And we alternate every Monday night, her channel and then my channel. So this upcoming Monday, it will be on my channel. And that's where we just sit, have a cup of tea. It's called Brocante and Bergamot. So we celebrate all things antiques and vintage. And we like to talk about decorating, collecting, history. And then we also like to talk about some of the media you can consume, either that are period pieces or related in vintage in some way. Like this last Monday on Angela's channel, I was featuring a Wes Anderson movie because Wes Anderson likes to decorate with a lot of retro and vintage. So we talk about a lot of fun things. So come on by and hang out with us on Mondays. I know there's big channels that have things going on Mondays, but if you want to do something else,
and something lighthearted, relaxing to end your Monday. Yeah. And then I have a sale tomorrow night with Michelle, Emancipation 300. Our schedules finally got together so that we could have a sale. I love Michelle. She's awesome. And she always has awesome items. I have items from her that I use all the time because she has fantastic items. I'm actually going to start invoicing some of this stuff today. I usually don't invoice until the weekend, but because I was part of the drop hop on Sunday, and I still have items available from that. So if you want to go watch that, it was an oddities and curiosities sale, static sale. You can go watch that and let me know if there are items you want from that. But I am going to start invoicing tonight. So if you purchase today and you want me to hold items until after tomorrow night's sale, just shoot me a quick email and I will do that. Thank you guys. And thank you to Heather.
Yes, I want to thank Claudia so much for, first of all, reaching out and inviting me, which was so generous of her to do so and share her channel and her subscribers with me. So thank you so much. And I want to thank Nikki for doing the stops and thank everybody for coming. I enjoyed myself so much. So I was very excited to talk to Claudia today.
And if you are not subscribed to Nikki, that's Black Dog Vintage and Antique. She was our mod today. She and I do a glass sale and we switch channels every Monday. So you'll want to make sure that you are subscribed to her and to me so you never miss our glass sale. We pick a topic every week and we talk something glass while we sell a few items. Next week's going to be uranium glass.
Oh
Next
boy.
Monday on my channel, uranium glass.
Don't miss that one.
Maybe I'll be giving up some of my pieces. I don't know yet. I don't know. All right. We love you guys. You
have
are
a wonderful rest of your day.
Happy June 1st.
Yes.
And we'll see you in the chats. Bye, guys.